back to my YouTube channel. I want to talk about the 2024 trend predictions and what's going on. Now I'm seeing a lot of different things, a lot of different prints, fabrics, materials, colors coming and going as the year starts to move forward. I think that something that's definitely not going to go anywhere anytime soon are bows. We are definitely seeing a lot of different bows in different fashion collections, such as the Simone Roque collection of 2024. I also noticed in the Nina Ricci collection of this year, there are lots of bows as well. I think that this is a resurgence of the bow and ballet core coming back. I'm interested in seeing how it's going to be done. Are we going to have it the same as the 2023? Are we going to have this ballet core come back in a different way, this resurgence of the trend? Is it going to look the same? Is it going to look different? I'm really interested to see on how it's going to look, but definitely bows are coming back. I'm curious to know what you all think about this hyper femme trend that we're seeing going around during the spring. We're also seeing a lot of this Y2K type of grunge look. And I'm not sure how to feel about it. I love seeing the bubble skirts, I love seeing the leather jackets, and it's so interesting to see something so considered very girly and feminine paired with something a bit more striking and edgy. And there are a couple of collections that I see doing this. House of Sunny would have to be the most notable fashion brand that I can think of off of the top of my head that is doing this trend currently. However, a lot of influencers are incorporating this Y2K grunge style. I personally think that this is pretty interesting to see those two aesthetics, which some people may think do not go well together, come together. I've actually written a couple of articles on my favorite spring 2024 fashion collections that I've seen so far, and the Selkie fashion collection was absolutely stunning, as well as Miss Soki. I love the feminine, the bows, the pink. It's just so fairy tale-like. It's just something that I love so much. So I'm so glad that it's staying for spring of 2024. Now, I'm personally unsure if this is going to become a trend during the spring or the fall fashion season, but I'm noticing a trend of big bags. Now, I know back in 2023, having the tiny small bags were a very big trend going around, but now I am seeing a lot of big bags on the runway. To be specific, the Raul Lopez, I'm pronouncing his name correctly, of fall 2024, his collections are beautiful, and I'm noticing a lot of big bags on the runway this year. Another example of the big bags trend, or like designers that have had big bags on the runway, would be Acne Studios. Now I'm noticing a trend in color as well, but I'm going to get into that a bit later on. Big bags are in, small bags are out. My phone does not like to stay in place. 1 second. All right. It's so interesting because I'm a bit 50-50 on this next upcoming trend color. Now, we see a lot of cherry red. I don't believe cherry red is going anywhere anytime soon, but I do see a little bit of olive green peeking through in different collections this year, specifically this spring. Now, I've noticed a lot with different fashion collections that the colors are a bit more muted and would fit more with winter, but they were designed for this spring. Now, I thought that was very interesting. Are we gonna see a lot of more muted tones? Are we gonna see more grays, more royal blues, that sort of thing on the runway? I've noticed the trend going around on Instagram Reels with cherry red being replaced by olive green, which is a stretch. I don't think that's gonna happen. Cherry red is not going anywhere anytime soon, but I do see a rise in different analytics when it comes to the use of olive green in different swing collections. But again, cherry red is not going anywhere, and I stand by that. The next trend I am seeing a lot of is a lot of sheer. Now, not in the same way that we've seen sheer last year. Acne Studios and Victoria Beckham have had this sheer aspect into their collections and designs, especially in skirts. I'm specifically talking about sheer in pants, whether that be shorts or skirts, something flowy, something nice. And this could be influenced again with the resurgence of mermaid core, unless they rename it to something different for this year. we are definitely going to see a lot of different sheer. Instead of seeing this sheer type of fabric on its own, I'm noticing it layered a lot with other different type of skirts or pants, especially if it's a sheer type of pant, then a skirt would go on top or underneath, or vice versa. I think that the brand Sacai does this very well with a lot of different pieces in their collection this year. We see a lot of this sheer fabric. How do you guys feel about this? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, this next trend, you may hate it, you may love it, I don't know. I personally love it. We are going to continue to keep seeing these tiny itty bitty shorts and big tops. I love seeing the dynamic of having this really big top and like really small short or skirt. I just love seeing it. A few designers that I know that have this aspect so far are Miu Miu, Prada, and Gucci. I've seen a lot of this dynamic going around with the really itty bitty shorts with those three collections especially, but I'm sure there are a lot of other designers that have incorporated this aspect into their clothing. The next trend that I've been seeing a lot of recently this spring are capri pants. Now I know jorts had their moment last year and I hated it. It was not for me at all. I did not like it. But this spring, I am seeing a lot of capri pants, which you may hate it, you may love it. I personally love it. They have this 3/4 type of length that I think could play really well, especially if you pair it with some sort of boot. I think that could look really interesting, especially on the runway. I think that these type of pants are very interesting because you can also layer them with a skirt on top. You can wear like some sort of halter top. I think it's very nice, honestly. It reminds me of Y2K. I see a lot of these type of pants during that era, and I think it would be interesting to bring them back just to see how they would play in with today's fashion's dynamic. The last trend I'm going to mention would have to be the pajama pants. Now, this is something that has been going around for quite a while. I've noticed the white and blue striped pajama pants being a trend for over a year now, something that I've seen a lot on my feed on Instagram. I've seen it on thumbnails on YouTube, Pinterest. I've seen it all over the place. The brand in specific that I know of, to be specific, that I know of would have to be Studio 7. Studio 7 has this classic blue and white pajama pant, and I think that this plays a really big part in all of this because I also see a lot of DIYs for people making them on their own on my feed as well. And I definitely see a lot more posts, more Pinterest pins, I see more Instagram reels and posts showcasing these pants. So I do think that they are going to stay in trend for this season. Thank you so much for watching my video. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel down below and comment what you want me to make or talk about next. I love talking about fashion. This page is it's a personal blog for travel, fashion, and modeling coming soon. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a good day.